Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm just going to talk about the videos that Mark and Jack put up in response to the drama surrounding PewDiePie or Felix. I thought I'd just touch on the one in particular Jack's video, because I feel like he's getting a fair bit of hate, or people disagreeing or getting really angry at him and saying he's a traitor and that he's a backstabber and that he's throwing Felix under the bus. And for some of the things he said in his video, look, I think, to be perfectly honest, Jack has every right to say what he feels is what his thoughts are in that video, and people need to respect it, because I'm also touching on what Mark said in his video, which he said that we need to respect people as human beings. You can disagree with someone all you want. At the end of the day, you need to respect them. And I don't see that happening a lot at the moment with Jack. And it's very disappointing, because it's saddening, because I know that Jack will probably go through the comments and see a lot of this stuff and feel quite saddened by that. I know that he also said he was open to discussion. I don't feel like that is even close to discussion. That is just downright disrespectful. And these people need to grow the fuck up and sit back and have a think about what these people are saying, and think about it a bit more before they go saying they're going to unsubscribe, because that is just jumping the gun and just like jumping to conclusions before really processing the information that they've said and what that means. So I'm personally going to stay subscribed to all three of them. I'm not going anywhere with my subscriptions, because I love all three of them equally and I respect all three of them equally, and I'm not going anywhere with that. So to those that do want to walk away and unsubscribe, then it's your loss, because these people are really awesome people and they're just trying to give their thoughts on the matter at the moment and show their feelings on this, because this is something that affects a close friend of theirs. They're very close friends with these people, or with Felix in particular, and I think that is important for them to do so and be respected for it, because that's not what I'm seeing right now. I'm not seeing any respect from anyone, or a lot of people on the channel. Last time I was looking, I did look after the video had been done, and I saw a lot of people saying saying that he was throwing that he was throwing Felix under the bus, that he was a backstabber and that he was a traitor, and that is not on, and I will not tolerate that sort of shit. I mean, if you're doing that, you're being very disrespectful to Jack in particular, because he has every friggin' right to say what he wants. Whether you agree with it or not is a different thing, but he has a right to say it. You don't have to agree with it, but he has a right to say it, and you need to respect that right. Okay? If you don't like it, then don't watch the video. Okay? That's his thoughts on this. This is how he's looking at it. This is from the perspective that he's looking at it, and this is looking at it through his eyes and what he thinks and feels about this. And he has a right to express that. If you don't like it, then fine. But you don't have to go around saying things like he's a traitor, he's a backstabber, he's throwing Felix under the bus, because that's not what, I honestly don't think that's what he's doing. Like some other people have said, it's probably more so that he's just calling Felix out on his shit, which is what he has every right to do. And if it was me and I was Felix's friend, I'd be calling him out on his shit too, because he needs that. I think he needs to be called out on his shit for once and said, hey, you fucked up. Now you need to own it. Once you've done that, you need to accept it and any consequences that come along with it. So that's what I think Jack was trying to do, was call him out on his shit and say, hey, you fucked up. Now, and you've also now owned it. Now you need to accept any consequences that are going to come along with it. And that means things like Disney walking away with Maker Studios, and then YouTube cancelling Scare PewDiePie 2 and taking him away from the premium AdSense thing, I think it was, or their premium service, whatever that was. And that, because that's what, if you do something wrong, you need to be held accountable for it and get some sort of punishment so that you can learn from it. And I'm hoping that Felix will learn from this and really learn from it. And he has said he won't do it again in the future, which is a really good sign to show that he's starting to realise, hey, some of these things aren't really going to end well in a business sense and aren't going to go down well with everyone. and that there are going to be people and like news outlets and newspaper companies and media outlets that are going to turn around and twist this shit to suit their own agenda. So obviously that's a mistake he's made. He's now trying to learn from it. So we need to come together and support him in that and help him get through this and to move on from this. So I just thought I'd put my thoughts out there and say to people that are giving Mark, Jack and Felix or any one of them individually a hard time to grow the fuck up and to come together and support them and to respect what they have to say. You don't have to agree with it, but you need to at least respect that they have a right to say whatever it is they want to say. Okay? So if you're going to go out there and give them shit, then you're not respecting them as human beings anymore. You're not respecting them as human beings anymore. You need to stop and listen and respect what they have to say. I don't like making these kind of videos and touching on these things, but I just felt really passionately about this and felt like I really needed to say something about this, as I really respect Mark, Jack and Felix quite a fair bit and have a lot of respect for them. And so I just wanted to put my thoughts out there. I do hope that they will see this and that they will see that I am supporting all three of them 100% and that I have their backs 100% and that I am supporting them 100%. Mark, Jack and Felix, I love you guys. You guys make awesome videos. I really appreciate all the work you put into all your videos, and I want you guys to keep going with this and to keep going with what you're doing, as I'm loving every single bit of it. And I support you guys 100% in whatever you choose to do. And so that's all from me. That was just what I wanted to share, my thoughts on all this and the things that are going on because of it, and to let Jack in particular know I really support you and I really respect the video you made about Felix, and that I don't always necessarily agree with everything, but I support you and I respect you 100%, and I respect that you have a right to say what you want about this, and that I will still continue to support you now and into the future. Same with Mark, I respect you so much and I am going to continue to support you in now and into the future. And Felix, my heart goes out to you right now during this time. I know it's not easy. I know it's not going to be easy. You know, it's probably not going to be easy with all the media outlets just going at you like a pack of piranhas. Like, it's just going to be crazy right now. So my heart goes out to you, and I want you to know that you have my full support 100%. I'm right behind you 100%. You have my full support. So here's a bro fist all the way from Australia. I'm going to end it with a bro fist. Bro fist.